Hey everyone, welcome back to Money Boss, and today we have another phenomenal project to introduce you to. It's called The Lost Throne. And so The Lost Throne is one of the first play-to-earn mobile trading card games that's in the NFT ecosystem. It's a game where you can play to earn with trading cards. It's very interactive. It's really cool. We're going to show you some gameplay in this video as well, but it's an absolutely phenomenal project. I just want to walk you through a bit of an introduction around it and also talk a little bit about the tokenomics and things behind it so you get a full understanding of the Lost Throne ecosystem. So the Lost Throne, the core game is broken down into 4 different races. You either are a human, which has a long history in their ecosystem. You're an undead, which is in their source of the Dark Continent, and it's a really cool art. I really like the undead race in particular. Or you can be an elf, which has magical powers and all these other really cool things. Or you can be a demon. And in the demon race, there's lots of really destruction-oriented characteristics. But it's 4 races that you can basically have within your cards. And within that, you're basically playing one-to-one in the same way you would something like Magic the Gathering or any of those other type of trading card games, but as an NFT and in a play-to-earn style. So the Lost Throne is a NFT integrated with tokenomics. It has a phenomenal backing by investors as well. So venture capitalists, there's Blue Mountain Capital, Spiral Capital, and a few others. Interestingly enough, this is one of the first play-to-earn games that I have seen, period, that is launched on Steam. So they have a beta version that's already on Steam for free download, which it seems crazy because I've never seen a game that has that launched. So the way that the cards work, NFT cards that come in with the Lost Throne have 7 main features to them. So one is the technology requirements to actually summon that card, the mana cost to actually use that card, the features and special abilities that they have, and then the attack points and HP, as well as just more information about the class and the actual melee range, melee versus range type characters. So very similar to what you would see with a Magic the Gathering card or even Pokemon trading cards, whatever type of trading card based game that you might have experience with. It's very similar, but now as an NFT form. And some main highlights that honestly I think are phenomenal here is the art alongside it. And you'll see when I play some of the gameplay for you here in just a second, you're going to see the phenomenal art that goes into not just the game, but also the cards themselves. They're absolutely phenomenal. I mean, people love to go in, an OpenSea and buy Bored Apes and things like that. And those are very simple based designs. They're ones that can be easily computer generated and they don't have a lot to them. They have some cool elements here or there, but these are like hand-drawn masterpieces. Every single card I've seen so far is next level phenomenal. Exactly the type of art you would normally see in, and I'm going to keep referencing it here because it's one of the ones I'm most familiar with, a card game like Magic the Gathering, where it has a high level of design quality that goes into every single card. So let's talk a little bit about the team, because the team is actually really interesting. They have a very good background for a game like this, and it is more of a game-oriented team versus just an NFT team. Almost anybody out there can launch an NFT, can launch a coin, but when you have a team that has a phenomenal backing like this, where it's very gaming-oriented, it means that they are thinking about the game first and the economics second, which typically means that they are building a game that is addictive enough and fun to play enough that you get the long-term phenomenal economy as a direct result. So they have a phenomenal CEO who has a crazy high-level backing in mobile gaming and MMO games, over a decade experience there. They have a CMO that comes out of the crypto gaming space, has worked on a number of projects. a CTO who has a great background in mobile gaming in particular, because this is a mobile gaming based product, and a bunch of other folks on their team in the marketing and strategy end that all have backgrounds, like talking decades on decades of experience in mobile gaming and MMO gaming, to ensure that there is a great interface between user to user and how you interact in the game itself. Let's talk a little bit about how the game works while you can take a look at some of the gameplay here. So basically, the way it works is you have a deck of cards, same way you would for any other trading card game. So both players use a deck of 50 to 80 cards. Both players have a soldier on in 3 different directions from their battlefield. And effectively, the goal is to kill the opponent and win the game, same as any other trading card game. But basically, it goes over a period of 5 steps. You start with a pre-selected deck type. You then swap your initial hand and choose your path. You add the cards on top of your hand to play and summon those cards that you want to play with. And you basically take your turns one by one until one of you hits the victory conditions of eliminating your component. Pretty straightforward. Now, the way the play to earn element of this works is as you complete daily tasks and as you win battles, you gain tokens. In addition to that, there is ranked play where you can also earn even more tokens. And over time, those tokens are going to be worth a lot of money in an ecosystem that is this big. Especially when you think that they are only in beta on Steam, you're talking potential for millions of users, not just in the tens of thousands like many other NFT play to earn games. So there's a very big potential here within that token. So let's talk a little bit about effectively where Lost Throne is going, because I think it's going to be important to really understand just how big of a game this is. There's a lot of play to earn games that enter into the NFT space, and they're built for short term. They're built for a couple months here, a couple months there, and then they fizzle out and they die. And that's where you see that overwhelming up and down that you see within OpenSea and otherwise, where a game does really well, the floor goes up, and then all of a sudden it fizzles out and people lose a ton of money. When you're looking at a game like this, where they're not just looking at the NFT space and to make a quick buck, they're looking at the long term of a game that can reach millions upon millions of players in the same way Magic the Gathering has, in the same way other trading card games have on Steam. You see a really good potential for an investment on top of everything else. Inevitably, it's going to be a fun to play game. You've seen the gameplay. It looks phenomenal. But in addition to that, it looks like it's going to be a very good investment because their roadmap isn't just about creating a game that is going to be a short-term play for a few months. It's about building a multi-deck system, building a PvP system, building a collection pack, building a staking pool, and then further having other games pinned on top of their existing trading card game. And as a result, it almost has infinite expansion potential, much like many of the trading card games you're familiar with. So as a direct result of that, that's why we're really excited about this game. That's why when the devs reached out, I was more than happy to speak with them and really dive deep on the project, because I think it's going to be a phenomenal project for the ecosystem and expanding the possibility of gaming in this NFT and crypto space. I see it as a good starting point to develop a much bigger ecosystem that taps into all of the gamers that are out there that also have an interest in NFTs. So that's why we really like this game. The entire team does, actually. We've been really talking about that we want to start getting into it and start battling each other. But that's why I decided to introduce everybody to this game. And I will leave more information down below this video. I'm going to leave a link to the deck that they sent over to me that kind of walks through a lot of the information around tokenomics as well as the roadmap for the game, because I think it's going to be great for people to go and deep dive and really understand what they're trying to achieve. I'll leave a link to their website, a link to their Twitter, and also a link to them on YouTube, so that way you can see everything that they have going on. But also let us know down below if you have any other play to earn games that you really like, that you think we should explore, or any other NFTs that you think we should explore, and really deep dive to give you this insight so that way you can make the right decisions. We'll see you in the next video.